Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Mafia Roundtable with Dominic Sicali. Today is July 21st. Stay tuned. We're coming at about 12:15 with our live edition. We have Jeff Nadu from the Sitdown. He'll be coming on asking me questions. We'll be going back and forth. But before that, I want to thank our sponsor, EG Vodka. Go to egvodka.com. We're still working on getting it licensed in 48 states. Right now it's 15 states, so just bear with us. Trust me, it'll be worth the wait. We also have a website coming out, a new website with a medical platform. We're going to have the erectile dysfunction supplement out there. We have protein powders. We have a list of all different types of things that will be coming out on our medical platform. And I'll announce the date when we have a doctor. We'll have people on talking about health. So we have a lot of stuff in the works coming out. Today's show is going to be, I'm going to talk about Quiet Dom's son. Quiet Dom was the boss of the Genovese crime family, one of the bosses, acting boss at the time. And of course, yours truly got the blame for, they never put it this way. I'm not even going to go into it too much. But I got the blame when his son wound up missing. They never found him since then. And from my recollection, that was back in 2005. So, or 2004. I'm sorry, that was back in 2004. Quiet Dom's son wound up missing. They never found the body. They never turned up. So I'm going to talk about that. I'm getting tired of people on these platforms misinforming, putting false statements out, and then they want to use the excuse, well, my source told me this, my source told me that. Especially some of the things have to refer to me. And I'm like, is this guy kidding me? I'm telling the story. I was there. It happened to me. But I guess it makes them feel like they're somebody, or it gives them substance because they want to change a narrative. And I feel it's not right because you could put people in harm's way that way, especially when you're inaccurate with your words. And it's just ridiculous. So we're going to go into that with Jeff. There's a lot more things. I'm sure he has some questions to ask me. I have some questions for him as well. But Jeff is excellent with his show, his YouTube show, The Sit Down. Very informative, on point with things, thorough in his investigative work. So we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about Vincent Basciano as well, and that the judge opened up the case to review it to see if he gets a new trial. And I'll tell you my feelings with that. We'll touch base a little topics on Sally Daz. Sally Daz was a huge earner in the Bronx. He was around Vinny, but technically he was with the Lucchese crime family. But Vinny actually had a special bond with him. I had a special bond with the children. And, that it's a sad situation what happened. For those of you in New York know that the youngest son was accused of killing the father, having him hit by the Bloods gang. And it's just really sad. So that was a great family. They were so solid, and to see it torn apart, it made no sense, especially when the father gave the kids everything they wanted. So that's sad. And I know if I was still on the streets, Vinny was still on the streets, that would have never happened. But being you have Mike the Nose out there, who to me is just a total waste of life, he allowed it to happen, which it shouldn't have. He could have nipped it in the butt. So we're going to have a great show today live. Please tune in, come on, ask questions. That's why we do the lives. So makes the audience feel more engaged, makes you listeners hear more about us, myself, the way I act with my team, other people. And we'll try to keep it interesting like we do all our shows. But really, I'm highly upset with people misinforming. Last week actually we'll also be talking about the naked strip down with all the captains and how that was when Vinny called the meeting. Jeff did a show. I followed up right behind it with my show that was in queue. So We're going to talk about that, go back and forth, the do's and don'ts, why that was necessary. And Vinny was a sharp, sharp guy. Got to give him that. But it's just he got caught up. He was infatuated with Joe Messino. And at the end of the day, Joe's dirty. A lot of people ask me about Joe Messino. He's dirty. The stuff he said, and that's another thing that bothers me. Joe put a false label on Vinny that Vinny anointed himself boss. That's a fucking lie. Down and outright lie. Joe sent word for Vinny to take the reins of the crime family. But that's Joe's Machiavellian ways. That was his way to get in with the prosecutor. He couldn't control Vinny. Vinny's on a killing spree. Vinny's killing the prosecutor. That was all a fucking lie that came from Joe. So, stuff like that really bothers me. And everybody knows I testified against Vinny. I put Vinny down, the nails in the coffin with him. That's how close we were. I'm not proud of it. But damn, for Joe to come out and say Vinny anointed himself boss, that's bullshit. Wow. It's bad enough you're putting a guy away for life. You're also going to tarnish him like Vinny wasn't a boss. Vinny, listen, would have been a better boss than you ever been, Joe. To me, Joe's just really a piece of garbage for what he did. People might say I'm a piece of garbage, but that's all good. I did what I did. But at least I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it straight. And for all you kids out there too, streets aren't your friends. Not your friends. I was in that high-ranking position. I was second in command to Michael Knowles after Vinny got taken off the streets. And look at me. As soon as I got locked up, nothing. Everybody leaves you. They steal from you. And if I had no loyalty, kids, you'll never get that loyalty. Never, never, never. Especially nowadays. Everybody's going to try to grab all your money, everything you have out there. For what? Is it worth it? So the streets aren't your friends. Stay away from the streets and do the right thing. And you can live life a lot better. So with that, everybody, stay tuned. We're coming at you live at 12 p.m. Today is July 21st. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be coming at you about 12:15. Hope to have a big audience. We have Jeff Nadu from the Sitdown coming on. And hope everybody enjoys this show. Have a good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Peace out. Much love.